If you want Joe Biden to remain the nominee, things seem to be moving in your direction. There's a lot of reporting that the rebels in Congress, like specifically the House members and some of the anonymous senators on the Democratic side who had been like looking to put pressure on Biden to step down, see their revolt crumbling, and they don't see it as likely to succeed. For a couple of different reasons. First of all, Joe Biden is repeatedly saying that there's nothing short of God himself appearing that would make him leave. But also, they're kind of playing like the long game of just wait it out. Day by day, it becomes harder and harder to replace him. And so these might be working. Now, it isn't to say that there aren't those who are still pressuring him, including notable Democrats, both elected and otherwise. And I want to give you some of the big breaking stories of the day on that. We're gonna start with Nancy Pelosi, one of the most notable and powerful Democrats in the country.
It's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision because time is running short.
He has said he has made the decision. He has said firmly this week he is going to run. Do you want him to run?
I want him to do whatever he decides to do. And that's the way it is. Whatever he decides, we go with.
That is an interesting response, isn't it? I mean, for a couple of reasons. One, you just expect that she would endorse him. They're of a like as Democrats. Why wouldn't she support him? Particularly when they're trying to push him out over concerns of his age. And obviously, she's advanced in years. I could see her being perhaps defensive about that. But that said, she just wants to keep distance from the question. He should do what he's going to do. As the interviewer pointed out, well, he already said that he's going to continue. And that's been enough for some Democrats. I mean, AOC and Bernie Sanders are like, well, it's over. He says he's staying. But Nancy Pelosi keeps sort of the door open for him perhaps to step down.
The video will continue in just a moment. But first, I have a message for you. TYT needs your help. Membership is vital to survival. So please go to tyt.com/team and become a member today.
Coming out of that interview, there's been a lot of focus on the fact that that was what her response was. She is now saying that that is fake news. She says that the New York Times is making it up that she is not encouraging him to stay in or endorsing him. But we played the clip for you. We didn't cut it to shreds or anything. So I'll leave it to you to decide what she actually said there. But a lot of the pressure seems to have died away, and yet here comes Pelosi. And we're gonna have others in a few moments, but Sharon, what's your response to that?
Yeah, I listened carefully to her full interview, Morning Joe, this morning, and it was interesting, okay? The New York Times is not exactly batting 1,000 lately, okay? You had the whole thing, with the neurologist in the White House and, was Biden even there? But I do believe that the reporting is most likely accurate, and she's hedging because she wants to make sure that should the tide turn tomorrow, well, on Thursday, the president will have that extended, it could go hours. We're hearing that the press is thirsty and they're gonna light him up, especially that one guy. What was the one guy who was arguing with the press secretary the other day? I mean, he was on fire, okay? Others were tapping in and, it was like a WWE, what's that match where if I get tired, you tap in? That kind of thing. It was like that.
Match.
And that's what it's gonna be like. So I think she's kind of hedging her bets at least until tomorrow. And then she'll convince Schumer if she needs to. Maybe they'll call the former president, Obama, and we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I've been telling people what I think each day, and yesterday I was pretty down. I'm still down, but Pelosi, I don't know. And it's not just Pelosi. We're gonna turn to perhaps someone even more powerful in American culture in a second. But first, I just want to bring this up. It's totally random. It's not tied to anything. But the Cook Political Report has made some changes to their electoral college ratings. Arizona has moved to lean Republican. Georgia has moved to lean Republican. Minnesota has leaned from likely Democrat to lean Democrat. The single Nebraska district moves from likely Democrat to lean Democrat. New Hampshire also is downgraded, and Nevada has moved from toss-up to lean Republican. I don't know why, probably random. Solar flares or something is probably causing all of this movement towards the Republicans. But anyway, if that was the map, then that would leave Trump 2 electoral college votes from victory, I guess. Look, it's still early. A lot can move. As I think that we've been very fair here at the Damage Report about the polling since the debate. We have pointed out where it is critical. We've pointed out that it is not as big of a change as I would have predicted and did predict. I think both of those things can be true at the same time. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.